Today on Uncommon the Good MTG, we're playing a Boros deck, which is essentially going to be called like a Caretaker's Talent and Creature Token deck. And as your creature tokens get out there, they just get more and more swarmier, and things just go to crazy town. If that sounds good to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the current cover model on Buns of Steel magazine, Dr. You Can't Suck It. Yes, thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You Can't Suck It. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, hosted by MagicDeckAnalisis. It's called Un Nuevo Rey, which I believe translates to a new king in English. So that's what we're playing today, a new king. It was Boros. It had Urabrask's Forge in it. It had a couple of Bloomburrow cards in it, so I said, absolutely, I got to try this one out. I always loved playing Urabrask Forge, and we had 4 of them in there. Some people try to sneak in 2, like it's even worth playing at that point. 4, man. Urabrask Forge should always be 4. That's the law. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards that are in this deck. We'll talk a little bit how the deck should work, and then we'll go out and we'll crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got here? We got Creature Planeswalker Kill. This gets you a 1/1 white rabbit and get the scry. You can, for 2 later on, you can sacrifice it to get another 1/1 white rabbit and scry again. And 3 life. Beautiful, right? Get Lost destroys creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. It gives them map tokens. Lightning Helix does 3 points of damage to any target and gets you 3 life. Caretaker's Talent. Whenever one or more creature tokens enters the battlefield you control, you draw a card. It only happens once per turn. So you only get to draw 1 card, but per turn. And then you can, for a single white, create a copy of a target creature token that you control. And then after that, you got basically a double Glorious Anthem. It's given to all your creature tokens +2/+2. It only helps creature tokens, but guess what? That's all you got is creature tokens. We don't have any actual creatures in this deck. That's for suckers. All right, this locks down everything with a mana value of 2 or less, which is pretty much every one of your creature tokens. So hopefully you don't have a lot of your own out, but that's okay because you'll just grow some more. Urabrask Forge puts out a creature token every turn who's 1 stronger than he was the turn before, or he's got to sacrifice it at the end of the turn. Archangel puts out a 1/1 white soldier, and then with lifelink, and for -2, you can put 2 Popo counters on a target creature. It becomes an angel and has flying. And for -6, you can return all non-land permanent cards with a mana of 3 or value from your graveyard to the battlefield. What's that really going to do for you? Temporary Lockdown, Urabrask Forge, Caretaker's Talent, and Carrot Cake. That's it. That's all you're going to get back. I think I just use her to put out soldiers and make them into angels. You could turn Urabrask Forgeling into an angel. You could do that. But first, you got to make a copy of it with Caretaker's Talent. That would be the thing you have to do. Because otherwise, you just wouldn't have the timing to be able to do it. Sunfall will wipe the board, and then for all the creatures in play, you get your little pod bebe is that strong. Virtue of Loyalty. You put out Knight, a Knigget token with Vigilance, and then at the beginning of your end step, Popo counter each creature and untap them. So it kind of gives everybody Vigilance. All right, so there it is. There's a grower. What else we got over here? We got putting out a little Might Bebe with Toxic. This thing puts out fish and treasures. This thing blows up manlands. This guy is a manland. We got a nice selection of other dual lands and another dual land, essentially. Very little in the ways of basic lands. But that's it. That's the whole deck. So what are we going to do? We're going to control the board a little bit. We got actually quite a bit controlled, so that's pretty decent. Then we're going to start getting out tokens, hopefully get out at least 1 Urabrask Forge. and use Caretaker's talent to make all you guys be super pumped straight off the bat. Elspeth will help give them flying, and got enough lifelink in here, little dudes like the ones that come out from Elspeth and the Lightning Helix, that hopefully you keep yourself alive longer than you should reasonably do. All right, that's it. That's the deck. Now, before we go out and do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black Queen Sholdred, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. And we're playing against OK at Elk. Oko at elk.com. Oko. We're keeping it. Let's see, nothing for once. Let's get our slow guys out. Oh, playing against some fast guys. Well, let's just let it go. We'll go ahead and see if we can get him to try to cast something, and before the prowess kicks in, we can shoot it. Nice, now we're just topped off. Alright, we're at 3. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to go ahead and Lightning Helix my way into another round. I mean, I don't think we have a good solution here against aggro. Alright, hopefully that's it for the creatures he's got. Otherwise, he put something on now. Yeah, I like that guy. We still had guys left to go. Crazy. Alright, to be able to do 3, I got to get something I can bargain. And bargain is I got to get a creature I can sacrifice. Everything costs too much. Nice, he's beyond my ability to shoot. I got lots of life, though. That's great. But I'm not getting the mana. I need to get up to a 5. Hopefully I'll pull a direct creature kill. This guy is not doing too well when it comes to putting out creatures quickly. Alright, I got 2 of them. That's enough. And 2. He gets 2 cards out of the deal, I believe. Does he? Yeah, there they go. All right, there's number 4. I mean, I can eventually get a guy up. I just got to get a guy out is the problem. I know I can wipe the board. Hopefully I can survive a turn. Yeah, he doesn't like our Elspeth. That's good. Go after her. Nice. He's just toying with me is what he's doing. I guess I could have got an extra life out of the deal. Alright, if you want to put all your guys out, that'd be super cool. So I would love to board wipe again. It comes out as a 0. That's not cool. I can always sacrifice it later. Probably not necessary. Let's Elspeth it. Get out a carrot cake. Ooh, lots of mana. I don't need it. That is what I do need right there. Let's put out another little baby. Alright, number 3. Let's pop this guy up to 4. Can we do that? I think so. Yeah. You're good. I'll just put on a little body. Alright. Time for the hammer to fall. And we win! Suck it, Oko! Suck it! Alright, we are playing against Isaac Clarke. Clarke. I know it's Clarke. I know it's Clarke. I went to upstairs Hollywood Magic the Gathering school. We need to get some red from someplace, don't we? Red. Let's put out a little baby bunny. Do I need more mana? Yeah, I need more mana. That sounds like a good time. And a good time was had by all. Is he going to try to shoot it? Get him! Alright, only 19 more turns to go. Make sure I use the carrot cape before we get into his turn, alright? Bargain! Sure, why not? I mean, they're kind of boring. Let's just see if we get something better than that. That's something better. And let's just do another red, because we don't seem to have enough. We got plenty of white going on. Alright, we can actually put out Virtual Loyalty straight up without putting out a Knigget. The question is do I need it? And the answer is, I don't think I do need the Knigget. Alright, if he blocks, there we go. Sacrifice a rabbit on the altar of destruction. I don't need... Do I need you? Let's take a look. Yeah, we do. We do need you. You kill that man land. 4. Alright, fine. I'll cast it now. Give him something to shoot at. That is extraordinarily bad. Nope. So now I gotta get so powerful I can kill him regardless of it. But if he just keeps it back there, I can't do anything about it. I mean, I've got some white removal that'll take care of it, but will I find it? Oh no. Is he gonna tap it and come at me? He wants to. Yeah, there you go. There's our boy. Can I do all of the above? Let's just start off by killing this thing. No more man land. White sounds good. About another. This one will be, I don't know, let's go for white, that's fine. Alright, so you start sacrificing these guys for a guy that is a Metroll. Yeah, those Urabrask Forgelings are not terribly great at holding on to those counters. Yeah, you're just trying to be all, this guy's just for defense. Alright, we're bleeding him out. Man, land's not cool. He pulled up 2 lands. Good for us. Alright, so here we go. Return all land, mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That'd be super cool. Not going to happen. Let's just put them out and put out some dudes. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm doing fairly well. That's when I usually start doing really horribly. He needs to, if he goes after the Elspeth, that would be bad for him. He needs to go after me. Now, gains me life, loses him a guy. He has to waste a bunch of mana on it. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Pop that out. Pop out another guy. Put this out as I have to pay life for it, right? Whatever. Sure, let's make that go even stronger. There we go. I have no choice but to do this. Alright, look at that fish! Look at that fish! I think I've seen dinosaurs that weren't as powerful as that fish. Alright, I still got life gain. Basically, if you can't kill me, then he's going to lose. Alright, maybe he's not going to lose now. That sucks. I give my guy flying, but he's going to be out is the problem there. Alright, 6. What do you do? I don't have a lot of cool stuff in here, do I? They're permanents. Let's show this out. Let's create a baby. Draw a card. What do I got? These are all super strong. That'll be fine. Those are all 2. We'll lose all that stuff to him. Great, let's just do it. And we win! Suck it, sucker fish! Suck it! And we're playing against Boberto. 2 mana. I'll take it, because if I can have 2 Urabrask Forges, that would be great. Don't be whistling at your horse. Okay, what I don't like is the fact that I don't have any particularly white mana right now. A lot I can't do. It's all about trying to get Urabrask Forges out. Lockdown's going to go a long way. Lockdown's going to go a long way. I got to get 2 whites out of nowhere. I can sneak it in if I just get 1 white and then throw out a Mirrex at the right time. Let's kill this guy while I have the opportunity. And we're out of white. Torch the tower, I could probably do 2. I mean, I can get out the carrot cake and then sacrifice the rabbit for that. If I need to do any 3-point destructions. Not great. There's 3 and still just not pulling any white mana. I mean, I could take them all out, but I still have to get 2 white mana from someplace. This could be the episode where I sit there and just whine about it constantly. Alright, slowest white man in all of Texas. So we used Torch the Tower to take out Mousy Poo there. Bargain. And white mana. Perfect. Now we have the ability to do temporary lockdown our next turn. We're going to skin of our teeth at this one. Temporary lockdown. Good times. Ain't we lucky we got them. Good times. What can I do? Can't do anything. I don't know what they're talking about here. We're good. All because I wanted 2 Urabrask Forge. I'll suffer through this. Carrot Cake could be great. I got 5 mana. I could probably do both. Oh, and I lost. That was rough. Defeat. Alright, we're playing against Sægon. Sægon. Keep. Let's shake our bushy tail. Got a lot of great stuff going on here leading up to Urabrask Forge. Let's kill that guy while he's small. We kill another guy on our next turn. That'd be fantastic. I think he's going... He's playing Selesnya. He's playing Selesnya Rabbits is what he's playing. And that is a problem. That is a great card right now. At least I'm playing Golgari with that. I can kill it with Get Lost. Let's just do that. Wink. All right. Number 3, Urabrask Forge. First turn, we can't do anything on his turn. So I might have to try to kill that. He just has another one coming up. All right, let's put out this. Is this all slow? No, this one's a slow one. And let's do white Lightning Helix our way into love there. Oink. That's one thing I don't like about that Get Lost is the fact that you give them to pump their dudes up. All right, so we've got 4. Let's just see if we can get this thing going. We'll cancel that. We'll get going on. Put them out next turn. I need it alive, so no attacks. Singleton. Make a copy of it. There we go. We can make that thing into an angel next turn. All right, he's got some attack llamas up there. I don't know if he's familiar with that. It's easy to overlook man lands when you get cards in your hand. All right, let's go. Lava Bears, Elspeth. I'm gonna put some baby out. Nice. All right, there we go. What does that guy do? He's just Lord? No, not even. He just puts out stuff. The question is, does he hate Elspeth? You see her as a vicious... But I kind of like the fact that she's just a big old target over there, keeping the heat off of me. I got to pay to get this thing pumped, though. So 4 is going to be Caretaker's Talent. That's going to get my guys super strong. I think we got this guy. Let me say that out loud so I can curse myself. I'll tell you what, chump. You're going to chump. Thing is, he's got trample. It doesn't help out too much, does it? No! No! Well, that was horrible. I think I'd rather have something else than that. Let's turn you into an angel. She's an angel. All right, feel free to block if you want. All right, I got an instant Knigget that can come out. Ooh, season again. That's not good. The last one was the green one, right? This guy just puts out babies, exiles 2 guys, returns stuff with indestructible. I don't know. We might be in for trouble. Lockdown's gonna lock down everything. That's a problem. And we win! In your face, Charlie Brown! In your face! Alright, we're playing against Raxus. I'm good with getting land at the moment. But it's up to your ostentatious fish. That's not cool, man. That's like everything. You should get rid of probably virtual loyalty. I'll put this guy out. Sure, let's just nuke it while I got the opportunity. Alright, 3 Caretaker's talent. Another shot. Pump, pump, pump. Dang. Oh, okay. I'll put out the Urabrask Forge. It's not going to help. I can never make it past. Some drawn cards. I mean, if he wants to play defense, he can. If he comes at me, he'd be able to take out the Caretaker's talent. All I could do is put a chump out there, hopefully keep it alive for a second. Get a draw a card. All right, that's it for the Caretaker's talent. Time to wipe the board, baby. Cool. Let's put out little boy here. And let's go raging in with the force of 1,000 suns. Get him. Couldn't go after the artifact, could you? Hey, guess what? I gotta start making some fish. Alright, there goes my poor carrot cake. One. Let's make a duplicate of... let's wait. That guy's gonna be strong. You want to block him? Keep me from copying him. Oh, another one, huh? All right, let's do it. That's fine. He doesn't seem to have an answer to Urabrask Forge. Can I make a fish? I could draw a card, but I have to sacrifice a guy for it, so... Nope. Fish is all I want to make. Fish! Gain your life. There we go. Pump this up to 4. I'll put this out. Let's make it a second of this guy. There we go. Oh, you are so good. Look at you all. Let's go after her. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was glorious. That was probably the best game I've ever played in my life. Victory! Alright, so here we are with the deck that is labeled A New King. And I love it. I love this deck. I think it's fantastic. It plays into my desire to play with Urabrask Forge constantly. This deck works incredibly well, provided you can find Urabrask Forge. Trying to think what else it does that's so good. Its Caretaker's talent is the real, like, gas here. Because once you get it up to where it's that double glorious anthem, then every token you put out is just so beefy. That little carrot cake puts out 3 3s. Virtue of Loyalty puts out 4 4s. That is so good. Carrot. Plus, you got carrot. I used to think that its second ability of making a copy of a token, I thought that was dumb. I thought that was so stupid. But like with this deck, it is incredible. Making copies of Urabrask Forgelings, because those guys are huge and they don't get destroyed. And they're just, sure, they got 1 for defense, but they got trample. They are kamikaze pilots. They're fantastic. Torch the Tower. I'm not sure I'm super sold on it. Sure, it could be a 3. Do I really care that much? It is a singleton. I do like the fact it's something you could do for 1. This deck doesn't have anything in the 1 slot other than Torch the Tower, so why not? I think there's room for it to grow. Definitely this is a great deck as it is, and you can make adjustments to it to meet your particular needs. Carrot Cake is another card. Let me just hover over Carrot Cake here. Is another card that I just think is so dumb. I just think it's so incredibly stupid. Yet in this particular deck, it does a great job because you're putting out essentially two little 1/1 guys. You get to scry, and you gain 3 life essentially. And it's all relatively cheap. You do it for 2 mana for each of its little abilities there. So, yeah, it's continuous. These guys work with the synergy of the rest of the deck. It's all really good. It's actually a very decent card. I think the thing that kills me is the art on it is just so lame. The stupid carrot cake itself with so many stupid carrots in it. It's done very well. Forest, mill. It's a good looking thing. I'm playing Magic cards. I want to see dragons and goblins. I don't want to see a slice of carrot cake. Come on, people. Plus, that little one over to the side there, he's way too fuzzy and cutesy. And other people might look at the flowers in the background. Come on. It's a very nice little picture, but I'm playing Magic cards. All right, so there we go. Let's talk about this. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player of this deck? I'm going to give it to Caretaker's talent. This was the nitrous that juiced the engine of this particular deck. Yeah, when you got this thing out, you put out a token, you draw a card. It sure only happens once per turn, but I'm good with it. You get to create a copy of another token. Great, this one, it works perfectly well. And lastly, all your creature tokens get +2/+2. There's a way we could pop out more. Maybe if we had the one to put the 3 rabbits out or something. It's not necessary. That's for like a rabbit deck. And this isn't a rabbit deck. This is an Urabrask Forge deck. The Caretaker's talent and Urabrask Forge, the two of them go together like peas and carrots. Sunfall for wiping the board. Good. Virtue of Loyalty. This is the card that probably isn't necessary. It does, gas up your other little dudes you put out. I found those guys were just chomping like crazy, and I didn't have them around a lot. It's Urabrask Forge which really does it, and they just keep blowing themselves up at the end of the turn. This didn't really help. So once again, this is something you can probably get rid of. This is something you can do something else with. Carrot Cake is good in this one. Temporary Lockdown is good. Sunfall's good. Archangel Elspeth is good. Yeah, it's the top and the bottom. Those are the ones I think I'm not sure I'm great on. But whatever, it's great when you have your own choices and your own opinions on how you're going to do things. But anyway, as far as the MVP, I'm going to give it to Caretaker's talent. Your art is way too cutesy. If I was 6 years old, sure, it'd be cute as all hell. But I am not going to. But you're a little too cutesy for me. I'm sorry. All right, let's see. Was this deck competitive? I ended up getting a 67% win rate. That is literally 2/3 of the time I ended up winning. The big guys that I had problems with was aggro haste. Hasty aggro red decks. Those were where I had my problems. I went up against a Boros version. I went against a mono red version. Yeah, they're just a little too fast. This deck takes a little while to go. Your ability to lock down the board. I think the time I lost to white or red the last time, I couldn't get white mana for some stupid reason. This would have saved my butt. I couldn't get that second white mana. And then when I got it out, it was the Sunken Citadel. There's only 4 of them in here, yet somehow this is the only card I can get the vast majority of the time. I don't know why. There's a lot of colorless mana in here, and that kind of hurt. I mean, they got utility, but do I really need... I mean, it's only, 7 cards? Somehow this is like all I pulled was the colorless stuff. It was weird. It was very, very strange. As far as competitive goes, yeah, I bet you this deck could be a little bit better. But as it goes, it was great. I played it all casual. I did not play it on the rank. I don't know, have to try it on the rank sometime. I think it has potential. I just didn't feel like it. Let's see. Was this deck fun? Totes. Yeah, I thought it was fun. My big problem is that, without anything in the 1-drop category, it's a little bored at that first turn because first turn goes in the second turn. Even second turn, what am I playing? I'm just doing a little bit of removal, but carrot cake, right? I could put out a 1/1. At least that's something. It's slow. It's not great. It's turn 3 that things really start rocking for this deck. So I got to say, it's not an aggro. It's not an aggro deck, right? You got a little bit of control early, and that's fine. Calling this thing mid-range is a little rough, but it'd probably be what the best explanation for this deck is, because this deck needs time to grow. And it does. It just doesn't have anything super powerful to do. You're just really hoping that you'll have Urabrask Forge putting out bigger and bigger threats every turn, and then you're just kind of locking things down so that they can't do anything about it. All right, let's see. Was this deck interesting? Interesting. Yeah, the reason why it's interesting is because I haven't seen a deck like this before. I mean, it's Urabrask Forge, sure, but mixed together with Caretaker's talent, that was really the big thing about this deck. This was the synergy between the two. All the rest of it was control and putting out little tokens and making advantage of it. And it worked well. It worked out very well. So it's like Caretaker, talent, and token creatures, really. But yeah, putting Urabrask Forge is definitely a good move, because this is the Energizer Bunny of creature token creators. All right, so that's it. Let's add this up. Was this deck competitive? I'm going to say, yeah, it was. Was this deck fun? I'm going to say yes. And then lastly, was it interesting? Totes, my goats. So I'm going to go ahead and give this deck an A+. I'm going to say it's an A+ deck. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice. I'd highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.